Sick with the talk, the pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin. Subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. We earned 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We installed doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert. Relieving the kings of all crown. You ready?
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready, white 25. Shoot. Hey, stop. Where'd we go?
Jameis now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well.
Rashad Perriman off to the races. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. So with a big gainer anyways, they'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down to the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
We ain't beginning to where you are. Don't get nervous.
On the jet sweep, this is Godwin. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. Kill. Bang. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
To throw, Winston. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Rashad Perriman, but now it's 3rd and goal.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. This is Peyton Barber. He led them in rushing a season ago. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Peyton Barber, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now it's Stafford. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A good pickup there of 22.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Here's Stafford. And he's got it complete to Anderson. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Jason Pierre-Paul make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Wait.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Winston in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Check 37. Wait.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Going up top. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Let's put him on the buses.
Throwing again. Stafford. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. They'll give him a yard on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Check, 250. Come on, dude. Alert.
The shotgun snap for Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. J.D. McKissick, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point good by Prater, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Stafford. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after 50-50.
Stafford now to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw is Stafford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the... formula to get them down there the first time. Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Running with Barber out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Peyton Barber, a surprise workhorse for the Buccaneers in 2018. I don't think they expected him to have 234 carries, but he certainly felt like he could carry the load and just carried it there for a nice gain.
Jameis to throw it. Airing this one out for Evans. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. That one good for 37 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play on the football.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Throwing, Winston. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, here comes Barber. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Winston sneaking it. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Probably helps your confidence level on those 4th down sneaks to have a quarterback as tall as he is.
Yeah, you're talking about being able to extend at the end and make sure the ball gets to the first down marker. But also, he has to be able to drop his hips and get down behind that offensive line in order to move forward. Because if he just runs it straight up and down, you and I both know that they'll snap him backwards. Well done there, well executed.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gay is on for the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. They will run it. It's McKissick. Levante David in on the tackle. On 2nd and 9. Stafford. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 30. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again, Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 13-yard line. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Stafford now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, Red! Check back 45.
From the red zone now, Stafford. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Shaquille Barrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. He completes it to Jones. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the 2nd half is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. begin their drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. He gets this one to Johnson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford looking left side, and he's got him in. That's James. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 43.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. With the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill out the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
All day, baby, all day. Shit.
From the 39, Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Stafford under pressure again, and down he goes again. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
On 3rd down, Winston. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Yards. Well done on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
22.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down. Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They'll run with McKissick. And he'll go down at the 28. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Stafford. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first, this from 41. Prater's kick is good. And that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Ford Field, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Trey Flowers in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Winston. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 17. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Trey Flowers racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. On the return, here's Agnew. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Stafford on 1st down. This complete to Jones. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Stafford. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Now they air it out to start the drive, and it's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Mike Evans, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Monday.
On 1st down at Stafford. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It's the former Lion, Ndamukong Suh. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. If you're thinking of a comeback here, you go to 2016. That's when Stafford had an NFL record 8 fourth-quarter comebacks. But last year, despite playing all 16 games, he had 0. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now Stafford looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Omaha, ready, move.
Lions go for it on 4th. It's Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
And the Lions
Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the 45 on second down, Stafford. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. Out of the gun, Stafford. James has got it, complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Here we go on fourth. Stafford. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Stafford going to come up first and 10, and he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. So here's the veteran kicker, Matt Prater. 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and a third one winning. And his kick is right there. It's good, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year. But he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
Let's go. Let's go. First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it.
And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner, Darius Slay. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. An reception, return for a Lions touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for Detroit, it's just their third win on the campaign as they move to 3-11 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.